Today I'm going to share a prophetic dream, and it has to do with using our voices and understanding that if a new heaven and earth are being created, that is done by both men and women, and it is done with the power and authority that lives within us, with which comes from Father and Mother, which is the power to create. And as the example from the Garden of Eden, as it is spoken, so it shall be. That was the purpose in Adam naming the animals, was that as he spoke it, so it was. As creation, as Father spoke things, they were brought into existence. So that is the pattern of creating a new heaven and earth. It is so it is spoken, so it shall be. But the beauty in that is that our hearts are to be pure in what we do. And so that what we are creating, as we are creating a new heaven and earth, a new Eden upon the earth, is that it is done with pure intent of heart. And so the dream that I had last night was very detailed. And so I will just forewarn you of that. But it has to do with the importance of using our voices and stepping back into that power and authority of speaking things into existence and raising the vibration, the frequency of this earth in true perfected love that only can come from your heart center as you are connected to your heart. So I'm going to go ahead and share this dream and break it down because it is very detailed. But I'm going to break it down so that we can see what is being asked of the people and how important it is that we use our voices at this time to not only bring in the light, but to call the darkness out and to stop avoiding the darkness, to step into our ability to speak light and call the darkness out. Okay, so in this dream, I ended up like in a college setting, and I had a grandchild with me, and I had sat the baby down in this dream, and when I went to pick back up the baby, he was no longer there. And so I had, kind of panicked of like, oh my goodness. And I didn't know what to do. Fear takes over people. And in that moment, fear of not knowing what to do, like, oh my goodness, this is my grandchild and I don't even know where he's at. And so, like I said, it was a college setting. And as I'm looking for the child, and I had went back to a dorm room of a person that was at the college that I knew. And at that moment, what was displayed, so again, this is showing how you call it the darkness, so please understand why this is being given. But there were children there that were being harmed. And when the police were called, they literally just let the man go because they felt that he had some power over them. And so the fact that he was harming children, they didn't care. They just let him go. And so the people feared that somebody else had power and authority over them that really didn't, but they were allowing evil to happen. So then the next event that happened was that there was a girl in the dream that was being abused by someone in the college. And again, the fear of, do I stand up? Do I help this girl? Do I not? What do I do? And so in the dream, that was the display of, do we stand up and help others, or do we, again, act in fear? Okay, so all the first three things that were displayed were done out of fear. So then the hearts of the people, right, are being revealed, because in the second event in the dream, the police just let the man go, even though he was absolutely harming these children. They feared him. I feared what to do, of like, oh my goodness, where's my grandbaby? Like, I don't even know what to do. And so in that moment, I was told, it's time to use your voice, speak out what is happening. And so I spoke out and was instructed, like, share that your grandbaby is missing. So I'm like, okay, I'm going to share that my grandbaby is missing. And so, again, this is all symbolic. This dream is completely symbolic. And so I shared with the people at the college, like, my grandbaby is missing. And so they started immediately getting the word out. So then, as people were looking for the baby, I came back to basically like an event, like not an event center, but kind of like a place in the college where they do like, posters and flyers and all that. But all of a sudden, the fact that they were looking for the grandbaby became a way for them to also make money. And so they were like, let's make money off of this. We're going to make money off of this. And then there were those that were genuinely heartfelt, being led by their heart to look for this baby. So when the baby was returned, it was an elderly grandmother. She was actually a Native American woman. Beautiful, beautiful, beautiful heart. And she returned the baby to me. And I just remember embracing her with so much pureness of her love for the return of the baby. And she had saw him, and so she immediately picked him up, not knowing whose he was, and to keep him safe. And so she embraced me with that beautiful love. And so the difference of this, the powerful message in this is it's time for us to use our voices, and it's time for us to speak truth, and it's time for us to stand up for the light and to call the darkness out and stop fearing the darkness. And in the process of that, the people's hearts will truly be revealed. So that is what happened, with the incident of, do they have fear in them? Do they allow evil to continue happening because they're just, well, this man's more powerful than us, so we're just going to fear him. Some of the kids at the college literally were doing it to make money. They're like, this is a way for us to make money. Their hearts were not pure in what they were doing, where others were genuine. Their hearts were completely in trying to help find this baby. So that is the difference of, I've talked about the tribes. The tribes are, our hearts are what is bound from Satan. And our hearts should be literally bringing in the kingdom. And so as we speak it, so it shall be. So it needs to be done with the absolute pureness of heart. And it can only be done as we step into using our voices to literally usher in the kingdom, not only usher it in, but to walk it out. So we are not only speaking it, we are living it. We are the tree of life. We are living the kingdom. We are bringing it forward. We are no longer controlled by the fears of the world. What power and authority people think that they have over you. We do not allow evil to literally run rampant, and we just cave to it. We are here to bring in the light, and bringing in the light comes with calling the darkness out. It comes with doing things with the pureness of heart. It comes with us using our voices and the power and authority that lives within us, that as we speak it, so it shall be. That is the beauty of our very essence that our soul was created with, the beauty of Father and Mother that lives in us. And so this dream is very powerful in building the kingdom, building, the return of Eden upon the earth is literally to use our voices to call out the darkness and bring everything into the light, to bring the light forward, to plant those seeds of light and call out the darkness, and to do it with the pureness of heart. So may we sit with Yahshua, with Father and Mother, and let them more in depth explain to you what it is you need to know in your own life. This dream was pretty difficult to witness and watch, but that's how the world has been ran, is on fear. And the basis of this dream is that we can no longer run on fear. Our heart is supposed to be so pure. There's no more fear in it. And so may we see the beauty of that and remember the light that lives within us, that when that light exists and we are truly tapped into our very essence, our heart center is the throne room of heaven. And when we are truly tuned into that frequency, as this Native American woman was, as some of these college students were, fear cannot exist. The desire to still have the flesh, well, we'll help, but we're going to still get the benefit of the flesh. is no longer there. It all subsides, and there's just pure beauty and light that comes from it. So may we see the time that we are living in and how important it is to use our voice, but it has to be used with our heart's purest intent. Have a glorious day.